Moenie dit weet. Vir die mense in die gebied wat in twee etniese groeperings verdeel is.
Ja, die rebelle ondersteun die rebelle. Die Boete is aan kant van die regering.
Kan jy hulle van mekaar onderskei? Hulle almal lyk vir my dieselfde. Velkleur, gesigte, selfs die taal wat hulle praat.
Dis te verstaan. Selfs Suid-Afrikaners in Rhodesië sukkel om hulle te onderskei. Wat nog van non-Afrikane?
Hoekom haat hulle mekaar so erg?
Dit gaan terug na koloniale dae toe. Hulle was aansienlik minder verdeeld, maar die regering het die Boete voorgetrek. En hulle was die minderheid. Dit het hulle net verder verdeel.
Sal seker nooit verander nie. Regerings doen net wat hulle pas.
Maar dink daaroor. Dis die vyandigheid wat ons checks betaal. Hey, as jy dit wil maak as 'n huursoldaat, hier eens bietjie jou omgewing ken.
Dankie vir die tip.
Op pad wees.
Bly veilig.
Moenie te doen.
Ek wil nie vrek nie.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You call that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa. The Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher.
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus' name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry. Real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately, he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago. And the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes, encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Boss, I need to talk to you about this. Quiet. Can you meet me at her cell here on the base? Whenever's fine. Thanks.
It's interesting to note that Dr. Clark is actually paramedic from MGS3, the lady who was in charge of helping Snake heal his wounds and injuries, and also give him information with regards to the flora and the fauna so that he doesn't eat anything poisonous. And the company that funded the cloning project was actually DARPA, and the leader or the CEO or the president of DARPA is Donald Anderson, who was SIGINT in MGS3.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English. She never speaks, sweats, or breathes. What? Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay, but she can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. Now, we don't think she's contagious. Some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
Good dog. Good dog.
Dee Dee's getting unhappy. I'm getting a new friend.
being a scout sniper, there are two tasks you can give Quiet. The first is to infiltrate an outpost ahead of you and scout out the enemy's positions. The second is to send her to a sniping position and have her cover your infiltration. The kind of sniper support she'll provide will depend on the weapon you give her. Of course, this is all assuming she's willing to follow orders.
This contract comes from the MPLA, the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola. Apparently, new Western bipedal weapons have been deployed to Ditati Abandoned Village and are a threat to their troops. Our job is to eliminate them. The bipedal weapons they're talking about are, of course, walker gears. As I previously reported, they're already in active service with PFs in Africa. But don't you find it strange? A PF employed by the West obtains a prototype developed by the Soviets, yet the Russia-backed MPLA don't know the details. Eastern weapons technology developed in Afghanistan is being supplied to the West in Africa. Only Cypher would be capable of making something like that happen. So boss, eliminate the walker gears at Ditati Abandoned Village, just like the MPLA have asked. Once you do, the PF will need to contact its supplier, giving us a chance to close in on that supplier, Cypher. Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss. That's the target, a walker gear. A bipedal weapon system developed by the Soviet Army. They're designed to be quick, even on off-road terrain. Don't take this one lightly.
Be careful down there, boss.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa. When did that start? No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here. They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning. The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit. For anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
The nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, what is Cypher really up to? Don't move.
Look at this smartass.
Don't move. Talk. Where are your friends? Hands up. Where are the others?
So,
You gotta extract him.
so now I have Quiet as a buddy. And the pretty cool thing about her is that she can go scout areas. As you see, she's just moving around. Oh, and she found a prisoner. Very nice. And then sometimes if an enemy spots me and I'm too far away to grab him, or if I'm not quick enough to shoot him, she will shoot him for me, right? But the weapon she starts out with is actually a sniper rifle that is lethal. It doesn't shoot tranq rounds. So I had to increase the bond up to like 20 just so I can develop the gun that has tranquilizer rounds. Because, you know, even if she shoots, it's gonna alert people. It won't kill them though, which is fine.
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
This guy's just walking by himself? Oh, there you go.
Hands up.
Oh, look at this smartass. Idiot.
Hands up. Speak. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? it out. Where are the others?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Both of them gave me the same stupid answer. I don't care about your blueprints.
Ek wil nie trek nie.
Yes, come towards me, right? I'm gonna spin in a circle. That's right. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Are you gonna come towards me or not?
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like.
Oh, it stopped coming towards me. Oh no, he didn't. Did he? Hey, over here. Look at me. That's right. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna come towards me? Or not? There you go, finally somebody has some sense. Acrobatics.
Ek wil nie trek nie.
Get down.
Where are your friends?
Yeah, obviously.
Talk.
Ooh. Good guy. There's 2 prisoners. Okay. Quiet, I need you
You gotta extract
to
him.
be in a position where you have a clear view of me in case I fuck up. Look at her go.
Quiet.
Yeah, she still doesn't like me.
betreffende olieveldongeluk nie 'n ongeluk was nie.
Ek bedoel die tankontploffing by die fasiliteit in Porto gestel.
Ja. Hulle sê iemand het 'n bom op die ding geplant.
Hoekom?
Wel, dis nie al nie. Hulle sê SANR, eienaars van die olieveld, bestaan nie eers nie.
Wat? Die CFA is gekontrakteer om aan te werk. Iemand het hulle wel betaal.
Presies. 'n Maatskappy met geen werknemers nie. Dis 'n spooke wat die werk aanvra. Een gesê dat genaamd 'n jas op moet.
Het jy dit vertel?
Hier stond dan Chom met 'n kliënt afgeluister.
Ja. Die ou chom het dit by iemand anders gedoen. As jy kakstories wil glo, doen dit ten minste net proposag.
Maar goed.
Cheers.
Later.
Skeleton in an overcoat, huh? That's most likely Skullface. I don't look like I like the looks of that guy. Number 20, like 26 meters away. Now's my chance. Don't turn around, don't turn around.
Where are the others? Speak.
Useful? Slight ice.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Wat maak ons so legendarisch? Sy solo in totaal. As dit regtig hy is, kan hy met gemak een hand agter sy rug verby sekuriteit oor die buitepos.
Wat sê hoofdkwartier?
Hulle is op soek na 'n plan.
Ek weet nie te dan soek.
Drie.
Jy moet versigtig wees op pad terug.
Ja. Sien weer.
Seems like my legend is improving. Where's this coming from? Oh, here. Shut up.
He's coming too. Roger that.
So I guess word is getting around that I was involved in the Finda oil field explosion. It's pretty cool though. They were like, yeah, it fits. Think about it. Who is a legendary mercenary who's an expert in solo infiltrations? And I'm like, yup, that is me. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Who just saw me? Somebody saw me. Oh, he heard. Man, these guys, I must smack them. They saw rain and they were like, huh, that freaked me. That was close. That was so close. Wait though. No, I want to put this guy down. God.
Asseblief. Moenie dit doen.
Maybe if I destroy that thing, I can call a helicopter closer to me. You chill here. I'll be back in a bit.
Explosives are a good choice for destroying the walker gears. Of course, that'll alert the enemy to your presence. Ideally, you should take them out all at once.
I have an even better idea. Quickly, this guy's coming over here. Alright, quick, let's go. Is it another garbage can? Nope, it's all the way up here. But that guy is in there. Alright, dude. Okay.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Shit. Okay.
Good work. Nice work.
Oh, don't fall. Oh god. Stupid slippery cliffs. Useful? Oh yeah. Alright, Quiet, I need you to draw attention.
You gotta extract
Is that
him.
guy in your sights? It's okay, I'll take him out. I know, I'm coming. I know, I'm coming. Useful? Oh yeah, 2 A's. Why not? G44. Pretty sure I'm not gonna... Ooh, diamond.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Remaining. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Okay, since Quiet's gun does not have a suppressor, if she shoots, people will look towards that direction. And then I can use that . Come on. All right.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
It's okay. It's okay. You're in safe hands. Hey, what up, Quiet? Still does not like me. Fine. Come on. They're all focusing their fire towards that area. Bunch of idiots. Come on.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Let's go, dude. Almost there.
Gaining altitude.
Good job, Quiet. Definitely helped out big time.
Departing. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, we were right. Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditati to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mfinda Oilfield. So Saner was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport. Apparently, there's a distribution network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep. Boss, the intel team has come back with its report following its investigation into PF logistics. Cypher has to be involved with this distribution network somehow. One thing in particular caught my eye. A convoy that regularly crosses the Savannah. On paper, it's just mined resources going to the government, but the security's much too heavy. At the very least, it's worth checking out. Take a look at the mission.
Where is she? You mean quiet? In her cell, of course.
Why did you send her out with the boss on that mission?
She proved herself well enough, didn't she? The boss sure knows talent when he sees it.
That woman will never be one of us. She's targeting him.
Don't forget, we do owe her one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember what happened when she first got here? She shot down the aircraft Cypher sent after us. Not only that, she hit the cockpit. Who else could have done that? We're talking about a fighter jet traveling at Mach speed.
What's your point?
She hadn't been there. the boss's chopper would be at the bottom of the ocean right now, or it would have been followed right back to Mother Base. So let's say she does have some elaborate scheme in the works. If you want to catch her in the act, all we can do is sit back and wait. On the other hand, if she swears allegiance to the boss like our other Fulton recruits, he couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's got you fooled.
I have eyes on her. If she tries anything, she'll regret it. We lose nothing either way.
I just remembered something. Staff management. Let's go with all and recruitment, or rather descending. Okay. Where is that son of a bitch? There he is. Boaster, he disguises his rank when scanned with an analyzer, of course. Fucking piece of shit. Dismissed. Yeah, I'll deal with it.